The talks were significant for a number of reasons, not only the fact that Tehran and Washington very rarely speak, there haven't been formal diplomatic relations between the two countries for decades, but also that the world is a very different place compared to the last time a nuclear deal was struck back in 2015. Both the US President Donald Trump and the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu have threatened to launch strikes against Iran if it doesn't come to the negotiating table, and the deadline for action is looming. The indirect talks were held in the Gulf state of Oman, with the country acting as a facilitator. While they were indirect, in other words, US officials weren't sitting across a table from their Iranian counterparts, Iran's foreign minister has posted on social media that he did meet briefly with the White House's special envoy to the Middle East, Steve Witkoff, once the talks had concluded. He says the talks were positive and more discussions will be held in coming weeks. And prior to the meeting, the Iranian foreign minister was keen to talk up the prospect of an agreement, while also tempering expectations.
We participated with the necessary seriousness. Our intention is to reach a fair and honourable agreement from a position of equality. If the other side has entered with the same approach, then God willing, there will be a chance for a preliminary understanding that could lead to a negotiated path.
The threats from the US and from Israel are based on the reports that Iran is very close to achieving weapons-grade nuclear enrichment. Iran says it is not pursuing a nuclear weapons program, but many are unconvinced, and Tehran has threatened to block inspectors in the future.
Iran is literally a virtual nuclear weapons state now. It is just a few days away from being able to enrich enough uranium for a single nuclear weapon. And of course, last year we saw direct military confrontations between Iran and Israel. So the taboo of direct strikes on Iran by Israel has been broken.
The fact these talks are happening may well force Benjamin Netanyahu to pump the brakes on any further Israeli attacks on Iran. Of course, Israel launched strikes on Iranian air defense systems and missile manufacturing facilities late last year. A red line for Iran in any of these negotiations will be if talks start to stretch not only to the nuclear program but also to Iran's missile development program, something which Iran will not want to cede any ground on. And there is no time frame as yet for when these future talks will happen.